Sports Limelight, episode 52. Hello, Drew.
Good evening, Bill. How are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing better than last week.
You and me both, my friend. Bills win, Giants win. I got a chance to watch all of Giants-Bucks, pretty much, save for, running back and forth for dinner time. Really impressed with how they hung in there. As Tom Coughlin said after the game, a lesser group of men would have had trouble.
Yes, and a lesser group of men would have pushed Eli to the ground at the last second.
How about that? What are your thoughts on Tampa Bay coach Greg Schiano having his men charge at the knees of the Giants' offensive line on that final kneel down?
Well, on one hand, there's nothing illegal about it, but in the spirit of buddy ball, I didn't like it.
Yep, I agree. It seemed like I would have respected him a little more if he would have been completely honest and said, it was, 1 in 1,000 chance, and it's kind of Bush League, but, we were just trying all we could. Instead, he kind of came with the tough guy act, like, we play hard till, 60 minutes. Johnny College boy. I think being from New Jersey, I'm supposed to genuflect at the altar of this guy who had, 2 good seasons at Rutgers, but not going to do it. He's going to finish 6-10 and be fired.
What do you think of Tom Coughlin's little outburst there after the game on field?
Yeah, I support it. He could have taken more of a high road and just, pretending everything was fine and shaking his hand and then maybe talked about it after. But, at least he was honest right to the guy's face, and he was, from his perspective, standing up for his players. Right.
I know. I actually saw that play on SportsCenter highlights, and it didn't seem like Eli didn't get pushed or anything by any of the Bucs players. He just kind of reacted by falling down real quick.
Yeah, either that or maybe just because his linemen were pushed back into him.
Right.
Or at least, tangled his feet.
Right.
But yeah, it kind of marred what was a really valiant comeback by the Giants, just kind of climbing uphill all day, and each time it looked like they were almost there, they kind of shot themselves in the foot, not a Plaxico joke, and fell backwards a little bit more, down by 14 at one point, but they always believe they have a chance with Eli Manning, and you see time and time again, the fourth quarter rallies. It would be great that they make it a little easier on themselves sometimes, but 1-1, and looking forward to at Carolina here on Thursday.
Nice. I too am pleased with your Giants and as with my Bills as well.
What a difference a week makes, huh?
Yeah, minus 21 game and plus 18 on the other end.
Wow. Almost a 40-point swing there.
Yeah.
And I think they led the Chiefs 35-3 at one point.
Yeah, the Chiefs got 2 touchdowns within 7 minutes of the game, so.
Garbage time.
Yeah, exactly. But I was impressed with the offense. I mean, they seemed to haven't missed a step from last week. The defense obviously stepped up, took care of business. I know that the Chiefs aren't really that great of a team, so it's kind of hard to look at it fully, but it's a positive.
Yeah, every win in the NFL means something. You can fatten up on as many bad teams as it takes. They're at Cleveland this Sunday, so if they get another win over a bad team and go to 2-1, that's just fine, right?
Absolutely. Good teams win those games, so it'll be exciting to see how they perform on the road again. Yeah,
and last year's Patriots didn't beat a team with a winning record until the playoffs, so you can get, pretty far by not beating great teams.
Yep, a win is a win. There's no weight to it. It's a win.
Now, looking at the other games of the weekend, Drew, did anything from any other teams stand out to you?
Absolutely, Bill. The Cardinals beating the Patriots in New England.
New England was favored by, 13, 14 points there?
Yep, I'm sure that game wrecked a lot of people's pick'ems.
Yeah, pick'ems and survivor pools, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And that goes to show what we just mentioned earlier about any win in the NFL is big. You can't take any game for granted. Like you're the Patriots, you can't just go sleepwalking, into a home game and expect to win.
Yeah, obviously living here in Phoenix, you do get a lot of Cardinals coverage, and seems like their defense has stepped up quite a bit.
Yeah, I didn't in Joe Morgan-like fashion here. I didn't see them play, but I saw Gostkowski missed a field goal at the end of the game to tie it. And just before that, the Cardinals had fumbled, giving the Patriots that chance.
Yeah, it's good old cardiac Cardinals. It just seemed like another one of those, Cardinals gave it away again, but they looked out this time.
Yeah.
And hey, sometimes you need that to gain momentum.
Sure.
But other than that, the Eagles, they're just 2-0.
2-0 with 2 one-point victories.
Do you see them as the main threat to the NFC East?
I do, yeah. I think they're only getting better. These first 2 games would have been a great chance to put them, down with a loss or two. But now, I could see them taking off, and Dallas lost. That was surprising. And the Redskins lost to the Rams on receiver Josh Morgan with a personal foul that led to a 62-yard Billy Cundiff attempt instead of a 47-yard attempt. Did you see any of Steelers Jets?
I did not. Unfortunately, with my hotel schedule, I have to work on the weekends.
Yeah. Just looking at Mark Sanchez's performance in the box scores, do you think you can hear the Tebow chants starting to rev up?
Well, if I was a level-headed Jets fan, which I don't know how many are out there, I would hope that they are still, rooting for Mark Sanchez to do well.
Yeah, he was great in week 1, it seemed, and, against your Bills, of course, and
yeah,
no disappointment there. And in fact, I heard at one point while I was watching that game that there were actually some boos when Tebow came in to replace Sanchez during a long, sustained Jets drive.
Ooh.
So you might end up with, fans in one camp or the other, and not everyone's going to be happy no matter who's playing quarterback, play to play.
Wow. So they were actually T-booing.
Hey, they were.
That's a first. Oh, here, did you hear there's a new meme called griffining?
I did hear about that. Yeah, it's you're sitting down with your arms both up in the air.
Yeah, and you're back to the camera.
Boy, these memes, they just, I think griffining is already old, and it's only been, a week and a half.
Yeah, it's as old as the week it started.
Yep. For the guys that still think Tebowing is cool or funny, they can move on to this now.
Yes.
Well, before we get to other sports, staying with the NFL, sad news today. Steve Sabol died at age 69. Man, you talk about a legacy. I've talked about how much I love NFL films, and I think I've also talked about, at least on my blog, how when I discovered the NFL Hulu channel, I said it was so good it should be illegal. It's still there, so if you want to watch any old Super Bowl highlights, season in review type features, or game of the weeks, they're all there, and just wonderful.
Yeah, I agree. Sad news indeed, and it's really impressive how well he and his dad have documented the NFL throughout the years. It just makes it so much more easier to look at, and it's really nice.
Yeah, they made it poetic, and you think of the slow motion footage, fixated on one player as he runs down the field. And
I agree. Steve Sabol, rest in peace, brother.
Absolutely. Now turning to basketball, Drew, not a time of year to talk basketball, but for us, we're just 5 days away from our fantasy draft.
Holy cannoli, I'm so excited.
And you can't hide it.
I can't. However, I will only be super stoked right up until the point we sit down and start drafting.
Yeah, then it goes to another level. It's like Christmas.
Yeah. I'm still feeling, that one dreaded email that says, must cancel or whatever.
Isn't that hilarious? Every forum email that pops up from anybody, and no matter what the subject line, I think, oh no, is someone saying they won't be able to make it?
Yeah. Although I cannot speak for anyone else, I am not prepared.
Oh, wow, so you haven't done your pre-ranking yet.
What's that?
Now, this is the one thing in Sports Limelight not yet being a year old. Because of the NBA lockout last year, we had our draft in November or December, so this is something we have done before.
This is true.
Yeah, we gave our top 8 or 10 last year, so not going to be able to do that tonight. But again, looking forward to the draft and the camaraderie and the joy of it.
And of course, you're looking forward to repeating, correct?
I would like to. Yeah, it'd be nice to get another fantasy championship with the Peter Piper Pizza championship ring that it comes with.
Dude, not 1, not 2, not 3.
All right, on to top comments now. Your top comments center around one specific sports story, I understand?
Yes, I have a story here. I actually have two, but I'll focus on this one right now. I'm sure you've heard, but last night after the Falcons beat the Broncos, Michael Turner decided to get pulled over and get charged with a DUI.
Oh, boy.
Did you hear about this? Man. Scrounging the comments here on the ESPN article, I got some zingers here. First one comes from Wild Driggers. His comment is, his breathalyzer results were higher than his yards per carry. Another one here, and hopefully the mods of ESPN don't delete this comment.
Ooh.
But I'm not sure what's worse, getting a DUI or paying ESPN to be an insider.
Oh, yeah. Has anyone ever bought that?
Let's see here. One more here. Reports say Turner tried to flee from his vehicle but was caught after a short gain.
Again, with the theme of being a slow, plodding, not averaging a lot of yards back.
Right. Now, moving on to college, there's an article about Wisconsin running back Monty Ball. For those of you who don't know, he was a Heisman candidate last year and this year, and apparently he got attacked by 3 Wisconsin students.
Oh, yeah.
And the article says that a friend of his interrupted the attack when she threw herself over Ball on the ground.
Wow.
So maybe a girlfriend or something. So we got some comments here from Garrett. Maybe the girl can play on Wisconsin's offensive line. Apparently she's the only one in town that can protect him. Monty tried to run away, but only made it 3.8 yards and fell to the ground.
From the Michael Turner joke bag.
And then, of course, this one's a real good pun. These kids really dropped the ball on this one.
Oh, they dropped the ball, all right.
And I will be scrounging all this week looking for more on next week's episode.
Awesome. Sports Limelight, episode 52. Thanks for listening. As always, the blogs. Drew's is mcgoodness.blogspot.com and mine dangerousdollar.blogspot.com. This week I've posted something that a fan should never do.
And what is that?
The poster I showed you last week, Drew, of just a whole lot of stuff going on, rooting for a certain team.
I see. Yeah. And for those of you who are into music, I posted a little blog about Hall & Oates and the other lesser-known duo Hall & Oates.
Love it. So go check those out. Do it during your work time so you get paid to do it. Sports Limelight, episode 52. We'll catch you next time. Thank you for listening.
You're welcome.